All right. Hey, there are people out there. Wonderful. Today, what I would like you to do is to just stop, pause, but listen from within. Think about the thing that we often just let it pass by us. And sometimes we wonder, what was that? It is unconscious bias. Unconscious bias is a silent manipulator. It captures the person that is receiving it in such a way that they go, huh? Sometimes it could be a hunch. Sometimes it could be a gut feeling. Sometimes it could be a cultural thing. But it has happened to them. Unconscious bias is that thing that causes people to feel persecuted over time. It causes them to feel that they don't belong. It causes them to feel rejected because it's a continuous thing by a perpetrator. Unconscious bias is known as the silent thing that just envelops the individual that is receiving it. Those that are delivering the unconscious bias may not even know that they're doing it. They might not even recognize it because it's not shouting. Sometimes it is the quiet voice from within. But in that quiet voice, you'll find that people's perceptions of an individual, their thoughts about an individual, and the reason that they act the way they do about a particular individual or individuals is because of this quiet thought process that's taking place in the unconscious. But that bias then stops a person of colour from receiving the job that they've just gone for. The person with a name that is recognisably that of somebody from another culture, not even getting a look in at that potential progression. The person with a disability, with just being overlooked. And if they're a person with LGBTQ+, they don't even get invited to even join in the conversation. So how do we help to tackle unconscious bias? We help to tackle it by actually calling it out. Don't be silent. If you hear it being called to somebody, we ask people that are not of colour to be an ally to an individual, to say, hey, don't do that. And stand by that individual that has just been affected by that bias. Because the more people that stand by that individual, the more supported they feel. They feel stronger. They learn to cope. Because when it happens time and time and time again, it is exhausting. It is tiring. It just brings an individual down. So we say, we need to tame that beast of unconscious bias. Because I look at unconscious bias as being an umbrella for all other biases and prejudices, because it's coming from within. So for us to actually look inwards, like I said at the beginning, we need to address our thought processes, address how we portray ourselves to others. Unconscious bias brings about microaggressions. You hear people say, well, I don't see colour. Oh, they're not colourblind. They aren't blind. So yes, they definitely see colour. Those going for that interview, for that job. I'm so thankful that these days that there are job interviews that take place that are, all the names are being taken off until they've been shortlisted. So they get shortlisted on their merit, on their potential. They then have an equal chance at that job. There are times in my life where I have been passed over and the work that I found, go, oh, what about this? Be given to somebody else. That was a bias. Then you get the ones that say, oh, you scrub up well. That microaggression is under that umbrella of unconscious bias. But we can change that. We have to change it together. It's not an individual, it's not me personally going out there and changing things. We have to be a collective. We have to work together to do this. Whether it be our colleagues at work, whether it be our educators, the school system, the employers, our communities. If we don't come together to work at these things, it will never change. I was told once, to change some things, you have to change some things. Otherwise, you're going to be like the hamster in the wheel, forever going around. You think you're getting somewhere, but you're getting nowhere. I stop and reflect at what happened in the Americas recently and thinking, oh my days, things haven't changed. So we are like hamsters in the wheel. But we need to stop, think, reflect, and help each other. Because in the helping each other, it brings purpose, it brings growth, it brings potential, and it brings that progression for us to be able to affect our world today, so that those coming up behind us, our young people that are coming through, will see the change. Because at the moment, if they are at a place where they're going, what's that about? And what's this about? They're going to be wondering, what next? Let us leave a legacy of change, of purpose, to change the thought processes of individuals that bring about or perpetrating unconscious bias, so that we bring everybody that we can to the table, that we give everybody that equitable chance at progression, that we, you see that collective voice, it is stronger than an individual voice. So we need to work together so that the people, the young people that are coming through can see a new way to work, a new way to be, so that they then too will change the narrative in their own lives as well. Thank you for listening.